Hi guys, I've lost 87 pounds. I want to show you how I did it. Keep watching to find out. Disclaimer, I am not a medic or doctor or nutritionist, so everything I'm saying here is my own advice, should not be taken literal. Do your own research. I'm just sharing my experience. It's been a year since my last video. I know, I'm now older, wiser, skinnier. And so many of you over the last few months have been asking me about an update. So here I am with an update. So if you don't know, quick recap from my last video, I basically, after years of struggling with my weight, managed to lose a lot of weight by doing keto and 1 meal a day intermittent fasting. So 2020 comes, I'm gaining without reason, and I finally found out I had PCOS along other hormonal imbalances, which was making it impossible to lose weight. After trying every single remedy, I decided to have weight loss surgery, which worked. I ended up losing weight. It's now been 2 years since I had weight loss surgery. Time has literally flown by, and I asked some of you on my Instagram to ask me questions. So here I am answering my most frequently asked question, because you guys have been inundating me. Thousands of you have been asking. So here I am answering every question I've ever gotten. So if you see me looking down, I'm reading the questions. So first question, how did you lose weight? I had a gastric sleeve surgery. What is a gastric sleeve? They basically cut your stomach so that you can only, and when I say stomach, I don't mean your belly, I mean your organ where your food enters. Okay? And they cut your stomach to a little size so you can only eat small amounts before you feel full, if that makes sense. You get fuller quicker, which makes you lose weight because you're not eating as much as you used to. How long did it take for you to achieve these results? It took me about a year to get to my lowest weight. So you most likely want to know what I weigh. At my heaviest, before I had my weight loss surgery, I was 250 pounds. I am currently 163. I think when I made the video last year, I was 165. So I've only lost 2 pounds since then, but I'm not complaining because I have maintained it and I'm back to eating normal, and I haven't added any, I haven't gained weight, I haven't been struggling with weight. My weight has just settled at 163. Between 160, I think my lowest ever was 161. So I fluctuate from like 161 to 165, but most times I'm 163 pounds. How long did it take for me to achieve these results? Well, I lost majority of my weight the first like 6 months. And then the last 6 months or so of the year, I was basically just losing it, but slowly but gradually. In total, I have lost 89 pounds, let's say 90 pounds, which is almost 100 pounds, but 90 pounds. But my heaviest ever weight before I even had weight loss surgery was 200 and probably 80 something pounds. So overall, I've lost over 100 pounds anyway. But since the weight loss surgeries, I was 250 pounds. Now I am 163 pounds. Do you have any excess skin? That's my most asked question. Of course, guys, I've lost over 100 pounds. I do have some excess skin, but to be honest, and again, I have never been to the gym. I have never worked out. Well, not never, but since I had weight loss surgery, I have not been to the gym. I went to the gym once for 20 minutes at the very start and never went again. So for someone who has never gone to the gym, my loose skin isn't bad. Like, this is me flexing. As you can see, there isn't much. I've been quite lucky in the extent that I didn't have much loose skin. I do have some loose skin in my belly, but to be fair, it's still better than it was before when I was fat. So I'm not complaining. Of course, I've lost volume in places that I would not have liked, but I look good. Okay, I look good. So loose skin is really not an issue for me. And to be fair, it wouldn't be an issue to most of you who embark on a weight loss journey. It's only if you have over like 100 pounds to lose that I would say maybe you'll experience loose skin. But if you have under 100 pounds to lose, you have nothing to worry about, literally, because the loose skin you have will be so minor, it really won't make a difference. I'm going to be speaking really fast because there's so many questions. What foods did you eat, or do you eat? To be honest, I eat any and everything. I do not have any aversion to any foods. Like most foods, I'm good with. The only thing I prefer not to have, even though I still eat them, I just prefer not to have them, things that are quite dry, like bread, rice, pasta, things that are like starchy. I don't know how to explain it, but the way I say it is dry foods, things that when you chew them, they're not juicy. because they tend to make me full quicker, make me feel heavy, and I don't like them. So I try to avoid things like fries and rice. But I say avoid, but to be honest guys, I eat any and everything. Okay, I haven't cooked a meal in months because it's faster to just take a sandwich or a takeaway from somewhere, because I live by myself most times. My husband is away, so because I'm by myself, cooking a meal for someone who will have 7 bites is a waste of time. So I tend to just eat from outside, and it's less wasteful. So yes, I have no food aversions. I eat most things. How soon after surgery can you eat solids? It's recommended to wait, I think it was 3.5 weeks for me. So from 3 weeks you can start eating softer solids like eggs, boiled eggs, things like that. But most people recommend like 4-week mark. From the 4-week mark you can basically eat solids again. Of course you have to eat them really slowly, but basically this surgery is only like the first 3 months that you have to be careful about. Most people can go back to eating most things, but of course you want to be careful. You don't want to go back to eating what you were eating before and gain the weight back, okay? So after 3 months you have nothing to worry about. The first 3 months might be inconvenient, but after that you can go back to eating most things, okay? Things like soda took me a long while to be able to drink again, only because they made me burp and I didn't like that. But now I drink soda, obviously not as much as I used to, because I used to be a Diet Coke babe. Now I'll have a Diet Coke once in a while, maybe like once every 2 weeks. I can have them, I just don't prefer them because I'm so used to drinking water now. So yes, 3 months of inconvenience. After that you can go back to eating most things, but maybe it will take you about 6-7 months to have certain things like soda, or a year even possibly. But those are the things you don't need anyway, so good riddance, you know. But you can go back to eating most things. Like, do not panic. I know the rumors I hear is you can never go back. That's a lie. That's a lie. I am an example. Of course I'm speaking of my experience. Everyone has different experiences. Me and my sister, who had the surgery on the same day, we're back to eating most things. You can never have spicy food again. Is this true? It's not true. I can have spicy food. I feel like things are spicier now, so even things that have little spice are a bit spicier for me. I don't prefer them, and you find that your stomach, the stomach, might not enjoy them as much, or because they're a bit more spicy. But I haven't noticed anything with other herbs. Just with like spice, like pepper, I feel it a bit more. So I never liked spice even before surgery, so you know, I haven't noticed much of a difference. I have noticed that I have a lower tolerance, but I'm okay with it because I don't like spicy food that much anyway. So you might notice some aversion, but you can have spicy food again, especially if you're used to. It might take a while to get used to it again after surgery, but you'll be fine. Can you have things like alcohol and chewing gum? Of course you can. Obviously not at first. Like chewing gum, I feel like you can have it straight away, like it's a chewing gum. But the only thing they say avoid, because chewing gums will make you fuller. Like obviously your stomach will think it's eating something, so you will find that you will get full from chewing gum. So that's why they tell you to avoid chewing gum. But I can chew gum fine now. Like I'm always chewing gum, so I'm fine now. But maybe the first few weeks avoid chewing gum. I don't know, you can. It's not a big deal. The alcohol thing, the reason they say wait a bit longer is because your stomach is literally tiny. So even like a drop of alcohol will completely affect your whole body. See it as you're basically starting afresh with your alcohol tolerance. So even a tiny bit will make you feel a bit tipsy because your stomach is tiny. So for me, I'm not a big alcohol drinker, but I've had cocktails in the past. I'm okay, I'm fine. I notice I get a little bit tipsier quicker. So of course you can drink, but drink moderately. But drinking has calories anyway, so I don't think you would want to be doing that the first few months, especially when you're trying to lose weight and you're having weight loss surgery. Drinking should not be a priority, but you can drink again, don't worry. The alcohol is not going anywhere. Have you had any skin removal surgery? I haven't. I'm not planning to. I mean, maybe after kids. Right now it's not a priority of mine. My loose skin is not that bad, but potentially after children I might do a mummy makeup. I don't know, But for now, I'm okay. My sister, however, is planning to have her skin removal surgery. She's planning to have a tummy tuck, I think. But if and when she does, I'll update you. But for now, no one has had anything done, and we're not planning to. Well, I'm not planning to. She might, but who knows. A few of you wanted to know how losing weight while having PCOS has been. To be honest, it's been good. My hormones have leveled. My estrogen levels have gone down tremendously. I recently did a full body check. I'm Gucci. I'm good. However, and this is not because of the surgery, however, I've noticed my heavy periods, which I mentioned in my last video, are still persisting, and I went to get that checked out, and I found out it's because of something else completely unrelated to my weight loss surgery. But because I lost weight, they were able to diagnose me, because before, when I went to ask about my heavy periods, they would say it's because you're overweight. Now that I'm no longer overweight, that pushed them to investigate, and they found out I have something that's causing my heavy periods. So I'm getting that fixed. So thankfully, thanks to the weight loss, I was taken serious, if that makes sense. Because before they used to say it's because you're fat. It's because you're fat. What do you expect? It's because you're fat. Have you checked your sugars? It's because you're fat. Now they took me serious, which I was able to get diagnosed. But this has nothing to do with the weight loss surgery. It wasn't caused by the weight loss surgery. I always had heavy periods even before the surgery. Now that the weight is no longer an issue, I just wanted to investigate why I was still bleeding heavily, and I found out why. Where did you have your weight loss surgery? Now, this is my most asked question. The reason I'm sharing where I had mine done is because I found out by watching someone who shared where she went, and that's why I booked. I investigated and I researched and came to the same conclusion as her, and that is why I went to where I went, which is called clinichub. I went to a place called clinichub, and they did my surgery. They fixed everything. I just showed up, basically. Now, a lot of people are like, why are you sharing? Why wouldn't I share? It would be so irresponsible of me with a platform to come out and not share where I went. I'm sharing where I went because it worked for me, it worked for my sister, it worked for the friends that have gone there. Please do your research. clinichub is just one of a million clinics. Do research. But the place I went to is clinichub. I've seen so many companies steal my videos to promote their stupid pills. I went to clinichub. They are the only people I went to. Thank you. So since my last video, I feel like so many of you made me weight loss spokesperson. So many of you are following what I'm saying as Bible truth. This is just my experience. So please do not hold me liable. I'm just a girl. Okay, I'm just a lady sharing her experience online. Have you had any filler done? Yes, I've had filler on my face, and the reason I've had filler is because if you've lost, well, for me personally, when I lost that much weight, I noticed my face was looking very Ozempic looking. Like when you lose weight quickly, it's like your body's trying to catch up. So I had filler on my my jaw. What is this area? I had filler on this area just to fill it up because it was looking very skinny looking, and I naturally have a really plump face. I have really full cheeks, so I had to like put volume back in my face because I didn't really feel like I was looking like myself. I was so used to having such a fat face that as soon as I lost weight and I lost all that volume in the face, it made me look older. But it's been over a year now, because I did it in October, and my filler still, I don't know if it's filler or my face has balanced itself, but it's still looking quite plump, and I feel like I look good, but I don't know, you guys will tell me. I don't think I would do filler again, only because I heard it stays in your system, and I'm just gonna stop while I'm ahead, okay? But yes, I've had filler just to refill the volume of the places that I lost. Can you get pregnant after surgery? Yes, you can. This again was a question I got so much of. You can get pregnant. This surgery has nothing to do with your womb. Your uterus is not touched. They're touching your stomach, the organ, which is a complete different organ from the womb. So of course you can still get pregnant after this surgery. Matter of fact, this surgery makes you more fertile, because weight loss makes you more fertile. If you lose a lot of weight, you have less issues conceiving, if that makes sense. So this surgery does make you a lot more fertile. So be careful, because I know 4 people that have gotten pregnant fairly soon after getting this surgery. So if you're not planning to get pregnant, be careful, because it can make you be fertile, okay? How did you pick your surgeon? I didn't pick a surgeon. Clinichub basically picked everything for me. They picked the hospital, they picked the clinic. But I would say, if you were looking for a surgeon, first of all, go to past clients, past patients, ask people who have gone to that certain hospital or clinic or whatever, or surgeon, and ask them, because I trust word of mouth more than anything. If I see that you've had this surgery and you're healthy and you're happy and you're good, I'll be more inclined, because I know you wouldn't lie to me, so I would be more inclined to go with them. The reason I went to clinichub is because my friends had gone to clinichub, and then people online had gone to clinichub, and I could see with my own eyes that they were losing weight, they were happy, they had no complications. So that made the decision easier for me. So that's why I went with clinichub. Word of mouth is important to me, but of course I did my research, check good reviews, check the bad reviews, weigh your options, and make an informed decision. I'm a foodie. Is this surgery for me? To be honest, I'm not gonna lie. If you're a foodie, your relationship with food will change so much after this surgery. I feel like I used to be a foodie. However, I had a lot of self-control, so food didn't really affect me as much as it used to. So when I did this surgery, I was okay with not eating. Like, I was fasting anyway beforehand, so not having my favorite meals really didn't stop me or make me feel sad. However, I know some people who are addicted to food who were miserable throughout the surgery, because suddenly you go from, eating 5,000 calories a day, 3,000 calories a day of junk food every day, to not being able to eat. And suddenly, like, the things you love, you might just not be craving them anymore, or you get so full you really don't enjoy eating anymore. I feel like this surgery, you can't just sit, especially the first few months, you can't sit and bask in eating food. Like, if you find food comforting, you can't do that anymore. So I know some people tend to rely on alcohol and rely on other things. So again, be careful, because if you're not mentally ready to say goodbye to your favorite meals for a while, not forever, but if you're not okay with saying goodbye to how you used to eat before, you might struggle. But it's not forever. With everything, time will make you get used to it. So now I'm used to sitting down and having 10 mouthfuls of something and not feeling hungry, and I'm okay, and I'm sure you guys will be too. Okay, so yes, if you're a foodie, I do not recommend this surgery. I'm not gonna lie to you, but with everything, you will get used to it. I've seen people who were crazy foodies, and after this surgery they were military style and are not interested in junk food anymore or their favorite foods. So this surgery can change you, but you will never know until you are in it. So I'm not saying go and do it, I'm just saying you are never gonna fully know how you're gonna be until you're in it. And my experience doesn't mean it will necessarily be your experience, but I was okay. My friends who I have seen have surgery were okay, but it's all about yourself. I can't answer that question, if that makes sense. How much was the surgery? So I paid £2,500 for the surgery, which included everything surgery related. It included my hotel, and it also included my transfers from the hospitals and stuff. So £2,500 is what I paid. All I had to pay for was the flights to Istanbul, and that's it, because obviously food is provided by the hotel, but you're not really eating, because if you're going there for weight loss surgery, you're meant to be fasting anyway. You're meant to have a liquid diet, so you're not going there to eat. So all I had to pay for was my flight. If you're bringing someone, they just have to bring money to feed themselves. I think they give you free breakfast, but don't quote me on this. But yeah, £2,500 is what I paid, and this was 2 years ago, so of course prices might have changed. But if you're bringing someone, they just have to worry about money to feed for themselves, but that's all. Did you experience stalls during weight loss? Yes, of course I experienced stalls. If you watched my previous video, I mentioned the first few weeks I wasn't losing weight, and then I immediately lost a large amount every week, and then by month 5 the weight loss kind of stalled a little bit, and I was losing 2 pounds here and there, and then it would stop for a few weeks, and I would lose another pound, and it would stop for a few weeks. But I never worried, because physically I was getting smaller and smaller. So even though the scale wasn't telling me that I was losing, everyone around me was seeing that I was losing, and they were telling me. And when you zoom out and you look back, you'll realize that even though you're losing 1 pound every 5 weeks, you're still losing, if that makes sense. So, 6 months from now, you're going to look back and you're going to be like, whoa, I did lose a lot of weight, even though at the time, it may not necessarily feel like you're losing. Have you experienced any side effects? To be honest, side effects, the major ones can happen right after the surgery. So while you're still in the hospital, those are the main side effects that people tend to have. Well, not that people tend to have, but those are the ones they're looking out for. Once you leave the hospital, you're basically 90% fine. Now, some of the side effects you can experience after, I can't speak for all of them, but what I have noticed is heartburn. I never used to experience like acid reflux and heartburn, but after this surgery, I've noticed that depending on what I eat or how quickly I eat something, I'll experience like acid reflux. Like you'll find like burping, like the food is coming back up. But it's not all the time, it's not every meal. I can go months without having an attack, and then suddenly for the next week, everything I eat is just affecting my acid reflux. So that's something I never had before surgery. So I'm guessing it's a side effect of the surgery. I'm having like heartburn, acid reflux. But guys, it's so minor that it doesn't affect me. I am a little bit worried though during pregnancy, because I've heard people experience acid reflux during pregnancy. So it will be interesting to see how I am during pregnancy, but I'm fine now. Like I haven't experienced acid reflux in a few weeks now. So it's just something that comes on depending on what I eat. I feel like when I eat something that is like heavy and doughy, like bread or something, then if I eat it really quickly, then I'll have acid reflux for like half an hour after I'm finishing the meal. But other than that, I haven't experienced any other side effect. I mean, side effect after the surgery was vomiting if I eat too quickly, but that's not really a side effect. That is something that happens because you're eating too quickly the first few months after surgery. Not everyone experienced that. I just had it like every meal I ate, and I'm a fast eater. Like I would finish my food in 5 minutes. But obviously now they're telling you to chew and swallow and wait 10 minutes after every bite. So that was something I had to get used to. So most of the times I just ended up vomiting from trying to eat too quickly. But yeah, I haven't vomited in a long while now. Drinking water has become challenging for me, only because I get full really quickly. So like if I drink water, I have to be really slow. Like I can show you, if I drink water, I can't gulp it down anymore. I have to kind of wait, burp, and then continue drinking. I don't know if that makes sense, but I always have to burp after drinking. So that means I can't drink as much because I get full really quickly. Oh, okay. So that's another, I don't know if it's a side effect, but I think it's, yeah. So after drinking, I have to burp, and that makes me full quickly. So I'm not as thirsty, which I used to love drinking water. Now I just don't like drinking anything, to be honest. And also another side effect, but it's not really a side effect, but it's just a consequence of weight loss surgery, is they tell you to not eat and drink at the same time, which leads me to the next thing. Can you eat and drink at the same time? Now, everyone that I've spoken to can eat and drink at the same time. I must be an anomaly because I cannot do that. Like, you saw how I had to burp after drinking. So food wise, after I eat, I am so filled that I have to wait almost to digest before I can drink water or anything, before I can drink. So I have to wait between 20 to 25 minutes to drink water. This is just from water. So I have to wait not a long time, but 20 minutes before I can actually drink comfortably. If not, the food will come back up, and it doesn't matter how little I ate. I just prefer to wait. But you have to wait anyway. They say they prefer for you guys for the rest of your life to not eat and drink at the same time, because that can expand your stomach. So I've been really good in following that. But even if I didn't want to follow that, I don't think I could do it. I feel like maybe I could eventually learn to do it, but for now I cannot do it. However, my sister and my friends who had this surgery, they can eat and drink at the same time and they're fine. I just don't prefer doing it, and I haven't really done it. So that's one thing I can say I stuck to. I haven't drunk and eaten at the same time. Maybe like once or twice, but maybe just once, really. It's not something I do, and I don't like doing it. Pain level of surgery. Now, I have a very high pain tolerance because I The surgery did not hurt at all. I'll add a clip of what I looked like the day after the surgery. Guys, I was wearing makeup and I was filming content. I have hyper intolerance. The surgery didn't hurt. It didn't hurt. However, some people have said they felt sore the first few days. My sister, she has very low pain tolerance, so she was sore for like a day or two, kind of uncomfortable, but after that she was fine. She went back to work, I think a week after surgery, a week after she landed, which is basically 2 weeks after surgery. So she was fine. She went back to work after like 2 weeks off. She only took 2 weeks off work and she was back to work. So you're just gonna feel uncomfortable the first few days. After that, you're basically relearning how to eat, and I think that's where that's probably the most uncomfortable bit, is relearning how to eat and chewing really slowly, something I struggled with. But yeah, it didn't hurt for me at all, and I'm not lying. There's video footage. I was fine, but I know some people have lower pain tolerance, but after a week, you shouldn't be experiencing any type of discomfort. How many days were you in the hospital? So basically, after this, I had the surgery really early in the morning. So what happens is you go to the hospital. Well, for me, I went to the hospital the night before my surgery because they gave me, what's the thing that makes you go to the bathroom to empty your bowel? I don't know the word, but if it comes up to me, I'll write it down. But I basically took that. They gave me something to drink that made me empty my bowel all night long. So the whole night, I was just in the toilet. So early in the morning, they came to take me for surgery. And I was the first patient. So I had surgery like at 8 in the morning. Like, it was really early. And I ended up staying that whole day. The surgery didn't take more than 20 minutes. So I was back in my room by like 8:30. So 8:30 in the morning, I stayed in the hospital that whole day. And then I was discharged the next day. So you're basically in the hospital for 2 nights because you come the day before the surgery and the day after the surgery you get discharged. So I don't know if that makes sense, but I was discharged the day after I had the surgery. So about 24 to 30 hours after I had the surgery. Did you exercise home or gym? I didn't exercise. Obviously, don't be like me. I feel like it would have been good for me to gain some muscle because I'm very, very weak. I've noticed I've gotten weaker. So I've lost all my muscle mass. However, I'm planning to slowly introduce weightlifting, even though I feel like I'm going to be so weak. But I haven't worked out. I did not work out, not once. But I am a walker. So I walk everywhere. If you know me, I'm always walking. So maybe walking helped. But to be honest, I feel like I walked a normal amount. I wasn't doing anything crazy. I don't think I was walking up to 10,000 steps a day. So I was just walking the normal amount. So I don't know. And I work from home. So I'm always sat down filming. So yeah, I just didn't work out basically. That's the summary. Do you still fast? Absolutely not. I mean, I was trying to fast a few days ago for religious purposes. I can fast. Like missing a meal, I have no issues with that. However, I try not to do it because the last time I tried to fast, I went from 165 pounds to 161. And yeah, we're not going to do that again because I looked sick. Everyone was looking at me like, oh, Debbie, are you okay? So I try not to fast. I haven't really fasted as much. So no, I do not still fast. Do you eat 3 meals a day? I try to, but I really don't. I feel like I eat 2 meals a day. I feel like I'm comfortable saying I eat 2 meals a day. Food doesn't really motivate me as much. I have to like remind myself to eat. So yes, I do not eat 3 meals a day. I eat like 2 meals a day. But I snack a lot. Snacking is the reason I am maintaining my weight, because if I wasn't snacking, I would lose. I went to Nigeria for my traditional wedding and my snacks ran out week 1 and I went without snacks. Guys, I lost so much weight that yeah, it wasn't good for my Nigerian dresses. My traditional wedding dresses did not fit the same. So snacking is the reason I'm big. I snack a lot. If you know me, I snack. I'm always gonna be eating something, some chocolate, some cookies, something. But I skip a meal, no problem. But I'm not fasting, if that makes sense. I'm skipping meals, but I'm eating, I'm snacking. I like food. Will I be able to eat them again? Yes. you'll be able to eat them again. Matter of fact, most people's issue is that once they start eating again, they are scared to gain weight, or they realize they're gaining weight. So trust me, if you're a foodie, it's not forever. You are gonna lose the weight and then you're gonna go back to eating, and you have to be careful. That's why I said it's a mental thing. You have to be careful that whilst you are in the beginning stages of the surgery, learn how you're eating and just continue eating like that. Like the moment you get to the place where you're maintaining, learn how to eat like that, because the weight loss isn't forever. I promise you. I tell you that. Someday you'll wake up and you'll be able to eat triple the amount that you were able to eat. And if you're not controlling yourself, you're going to go back to eating how you used to, and you're going to go back to being as big as you were before, okay? So I'm always careful. I always try and keep the portion sizes the same. How to lose fat only in my stomach. There is no way to target fat. There is no way. Fat loses from everywhere, okay? So if you're working out and you're exercising, you're going to lose weight from your head to your toes, and your body will decide where to lose weight from first. Sometimes it's balanced. Sometimes you'll lose weight in different areas. Your body just does what it wants. So if you're trying to lose weight from your stomach, it's about losing weight from everywhere else, okay? How much did you eat then and now? Okay, see, before I used to eat. I could eat 4,000 calories and be okay and still be hungry. Now, the best way to say it is bites. I can have 10 bites of food and start feeling full. And I know 10 bites is not very much, but to be honest, 10 bites is quite a lot. Like 10 bites of something is a lot. So what I do is I'll order a standard something. For example, I'll order a burger, because I feel like a burger is so, everybody knows what a burger is. So I'll order a burger. I'll have like 6 bites. I'll place it down for like 20 minutes, because by then I'm feeling full. 20 minutes later, I'm ready to have 2 more bites. I'll place it down. I'll walk around. 10 minutes later, I'll have 1 more bite. I'm done with that burger. I'll walk around. An hour later, I'll be like, oh, I'm feeling quite peckish. Let me finish my burger. So I will end up eventually finishing the burger, but something that would be a quick bite for me before surgery is now like a 4-hour process, if that makes sense. I will take 4 hours to finish a burger, but I'll finish it. It will take me longer. And that's why I would generally skip a meal, because when I finish breakfast, it's dinner time. Does that make sense? So I'll then just focus on having dinner. You can see it, like I have loose skin. Like my skin is very loose, very flabby. Yeah, you guys want to see my scars? I keloid, so they've keloided, but they don't really bother me. Do you regret having this surgery? I have 0 regrets. I wish I did it years ago, because now I feel so much healthier and I look amazing. Thank you. Did I just compliment myself and then yeah. So I look amazing. I feel amazing. I recommend this surgery. I'm happy I did this surgery. So yes, I have 0 regrets. Again, my word is not a Bible, guys. So just do what's best for you. I just wanted to update you guys on my journey. And yeah, I cannot believe it's been 2 years, guys. The time flies by. So if you are currently in the beginning stages of the surgery, enjoy every step, because it does fly by, I promise you. And before you know it, you'll be like 5 years post-op. So just enjoy the few months of feeling uncomfortable or missing your favorite meals, because you will have them again. Let me know if you have any questions. Leave them down below. I'll probably just answer them in the comments. I don't know if I'm going to be making another video, unless you guys want to see something. Maybe I can do like what I eat in a day. Let me know if that would be of interest to you. I don't know, but I basically ate like a normal person. So yeah, anyway, let me know if you have any questions. Leave them down below, and thank you so much for watching this video. If you made it to this far, you are a real one. Leave a white love heart in the comments so I know that you made it to the end. And yeah, let me know if you have any questions. Bye guys.